Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to class. My name is Mrs. Pledger. Can anyone tell me what fun holiday comes at the end of October? Yeah, Halloween. Well, I thought it'd be fun to write a Halloween story today. I want you to look at my picture board. Look real closely. Tell me what characters you see. Well, I see a witch flying away. But there's also a jack-o'-lantern, a black cat sitting on top of the jack-o'-lantern, and a little bat flying around. Look closer. Something is missing on my picture. Can you tell what is missing on my characters? That's right. They don't have a mouth. Let me tell you about mouths. Look at these jack-o'-lanterns. You can tell how a person is feeling by the expression on their face. This jack-o'-lantern has a big grin on his face, so he's probably happy. This one, he's frowning. He must be sad. This one looks kind of scary and mad. And this one, he looks kind of afraid, like something startled him. The reason I left the face off of these characters is because I want you to be the author. The author is the person who writes or tells the story. And you can be the author. You can make your characters anything you want them to be. That's the great thing about writing. When you write, you can write about anything, anywhere, anyone you want to. And by putting a face on this jack-o'-lantern, it's going to set the tone for the story. So let's start. Well, first thing we're going to have to do is give this jack-o'-lantern a face. I think I'm going to make him happy. So let's just move this guy right over here, because I think he'll be perfect for our story, don't you? Now, before you start writing, you want to organize your thoughts in your head a little bit. There are some helping words that'll help you get started. Let me show you what I mean. When you write a story, you want it to always have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And there are some helping words and phrases to get you going. For example, a lot of authors like to use one day or one night. I bet a lot of your books start with once upon a time. Once you start your story, you've got to keep going. Some of the words I like to use in the middle of my story are sequencing words, like first, next, soon, then. It lets my reader know the order events in my story take place. And as I start to wind down and close my story, I might use a word like last or finally, or maybe the phrase in conclusion. And once we have gotten it organized in our mind what we want to write about, it's time to get started. Now I'm going to put this up here so you can follow along. Okay, now we have to let our reader know a few things. It's important to let the reader know where and when the story took place. That's called the setting. It's also important to let the reader know what happened and why. This is information the reader won't know unless you, the author, tell them. So I'm going to start this story with Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, Jack was all alone in the forest. Yeah, I named my jack-o'-lantern Jack. It was a dark and scary Halloween night. Okay, so I've already let my reader know where the story took place in the forest and when on Halloween night. So we've already supplied our setting. Then Corey ran into the forest. See, that's one of my sequencing words. Next, Bart flew into the forest. The black cat and the little bat could not see in the dark. You, as the author, are responsible for using as many describing words as you can, like black for cat and little for bat, because the reader won't know these things unless you tell them. You've got to paint an image in the reader's mind, and it makes your story much more fun. Finally, they saw a light. It was Jack. Corey, Bart, and Jack became friends. They were together. They were not scared. In conclusion, the cat, the bat, and the jack-o'-lantern had fun on Halloween. And we've written a story, but wait, there's one thing we still have to do. We've got to come up with a title for the story. Some authors like to do it at the beginning before they start, and some authors like to wait until the end when they really know what title will suit what they've written. I think the perfect title for this story would be Halloween Friends. Well, that was fun. Writing is amazing. Writing can take you anywhere you want to go, and all you need is your imagination. I am going to challenge you. Get one of your picture books. Look at the picture, change the names, change the story to make it your story. You become the author. I've really enjoyed spending time with you today, and I hope we get to spend a lot more time together. Thank you for coming to class, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.